hit you with the run, or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Easy. We got three,
First carry for James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Roethlisberger on first down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing his Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Slam.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That'll be complete to Cook. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
230. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. I got you. Quarter. Then we'll West.
Throwing on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Let's go.
On 2nd and inches, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Like 80.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Steelers, nothing.
Like 20.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away. Throw it over this.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Double dog. That's the way.
It's complete to Diggs. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go right back to White here on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Steelers.
Black 20.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Jack 16.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 13 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Field right, field right. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep.
Cousins to throw it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third and short. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1. Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw again. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Cook following the penalty. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Here we go. Yeah, hey, no, this is the mic right here. We go mic forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all are in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when it comes to, when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 59 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 59 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They run, Cook, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. On first down, White, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On the run is Conner, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Right there, 54, right there.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Trip, Bravo. Check right 40.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, it's Samuels. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hey, Haywood! 54 Mike. Check, walk 54, walk 54.
On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Like 5. Mike 54. That's Snicker. 66.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Vikings. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing here, Cousins. And Diggs has it. A gain of 6 there on first. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.